Hey guys, we are back with another playthrough. We're continuing with our Flying Circus campaign. And it's been a little bit of a hiatus, which I apologize for, but some stuff has come up. And yeah, we're going to crack on with it. So July 1st, 1917, 0700. With the combined strength of about 50 aircraft from 4 Jastas, JG-1 was the first fighter wing in the Luftstreitkräfte. To most German airmen, it was known as Geschwader Richthofen. To many of its opponents, it was called the Richthofen's Flying Circus. In either case, the name honored JG-1's first commander, Manfred von Richthofen. This new airfield is very close to the front lines. With predominantly easterly winds, we will have to cope with crosswind conditions most of the time here. Takeoff and recovery is generally from the northern end towards the south. You often need a lot of rudder. Our patrol route is now south to north outbound, the reverse of the previous week. The regular artillery duels have sent the odd shell very close to our position on many occasions. This is a particularly fierce barrage this morning, and that is making operations quite hazardous. Several RFC artillery spotters have been seen overhead, no doubt making their observations and signaling to the gunners on the ground. Despite the shells, we should get some of the aircraft up and shoot down those enemy spotters. Shutting the eyes of the enemy is always a great strategic value and rather more urgent today. Spotters are identified as RE-8s. Be careful of their defensive gunners. Likewise, the Bristol fighters that accompany them. Deal with the RE-8s firstly and see if you can take down some of the RFC spotter balloons as well. There will be plenty to do this flight, so keep your neck on a swivel. Alright, I guess we've been promoted to flight leader. Perhaps. At least my buddies aren't taking off, so... Oh, track error is glitching out. Alright, we will start flying along the front lines. Oh, quite a furball. We aren't in a super amazing position to begin with. We're at a disadvantage in altitude. Taking some shots. Tried to check 6, but track error needs to have its batteries changed. Getting some ground fire as well. Try to get below it and come up at it. Seems to be a bit of a weak spot. We dodge in between the trees. Here comes some friendlies to help out. As we continue our harrowing dogfight through the trees here. Enemy makes a bit of a crash landing there. Gunner's still firing at us. Get behind this F2B. We lace it with bullets. Get some more hits into it. Still have quite a bit of ammo left. We're very fortunate. Ooh, dear. Try not to hit the thing. I think its gunner is dead. Oh, I guess I spoke too soon. Oh dear. Alright, our engine finally roars to a smoky life. As we start a bumpy takeoff. Put some round on the side of this balloon. Start climbing. Looks like we got some fighters on our tail. Maybe it's one of those observer planes. Either way, pilots are very ballsy. However, I do suppose I died last mission due to one of them. Are you serious? Our engine sounds worse for wear. Oh, we're being shot at. So better head back to the base. If I can find it. There's the base. Try to gain a little bit of altitude, but our engine's pretty much dead. Oh. That's not good. Try to bring her in for a landing. There, we can almost roll up onto the field. Well, I'm gonna call that a mission there. We could replay it, but realistically we would have survived. We would have been wounded, but we would have gotten back to base, so got one ground kill that mission. So we'll hit apply and we'll fly the next one. Alright, July 7th, 1917. Oh, 400 hours. JG-1 was undoubtedly the most famous of any nation's aviation units in World War I. From its ranks emerged many of Germany's most successful airmen, including the Red Baron's brother, Lothar, Ernst Udet, Werner Voss, Erich Lowenhart, and Hermann Göring. The Duel. The gauntlet has been thrown in the form of a message thrown from a lone enemy aircraft. The highly illegal practice of dueling is certainly frowned upon in some circles. However, it is also regarded as an honorable and highly instructive, and so, in the early hours of a clear day high over the front, you approach your nemesis. Here's the plan. Shoot this bastard down, then fly along the front for a spot of balloon bursting before returning home for breakfast. Alright, I wonder who our opponent is. Hopefully we can best him. Very cool mission concept, though. Alright. It's very early on July the 7th. As you look below, we can see the airfield, the front lines. There he is. Who do we got? Sop with pop. Great. Push the throttle forward to the firewall and gain some altitude. Well, actually, it's a duel. We must be a man and go head on. Ooh, almost hit each other there. Shows you how narrow the margins are up here. We eagerly set upon trying to get the best of our opponent. We lose visual, and he's appeared to have gotten behind us. We'll pull harder on the stick. Exercise the superior maneuverability of our fighters. We see he's reversed. Tricky little bugger. We appear to have the upper hand in the fight, but could very well change in a matter of moments. A very big risk going in front of his guns like that. Luckily, probably couldn't see us over the radial. It's a downside, reduced visibility. We can visibly see our bullets ripping holes into his wings. Down he goes. We have bested our opponent. As we climb away from the site, no doubt about it, we have emerged victorious. We will start flying over the fronts for some balloon popping. You will definitely hold great respect for our opponent. This is not an easy air war. Test out the range of our machine guns. See if we can hit it from here. There we go. The wreckage is still burning down there. A little bit of target practice going on here. Odd. Oh, no, we do have balloons over there. Kick some left rudder to get on target. I've been thinking about picking up Wings Over Flanders Fields. Used to be a mod for Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator, but it's become its own standalone game. And I've been thinking about picking it up and recording some single-player playthroughs. And I was wondering what you guys would think of that, or if you would rather I stick to IL-2 1946 content. But I was thinking about picking it up and comparing this against Wings Over Flanders Fields, against Great Battles World War I. Flying Circus, I mean. So let me know in the comments. Oh, it looks like some anti-aircraft fire is around. It means we gotta jet out of here. Do we have a fuel gauge somewhere? Oh. Oh, that's one of ours. What a sight it must have been to fly by these things. Going faster than any man's gone before. Alright, we'll start descending. We're at the airfield now. Apply some power here. I see what they're talking about, the wind that's coming from a weird angle. We're flying right into it right now. As you can see by the windsock. And get ready to stomp on that rudder. Oh, went over a pothole, it feels like. Looks like some replacement fighters over there that have yet to be painted. Very cool. We have 17 ground kills now. Another air kill. Very nice. So we'll hit apply.